Good afternoon. I don't know where I'm going. I know where I've been. I got a season ticket to the Palace of Sin. Running a marathon when I can hardly stand. Pay it forward best you can. Unbelievers in the belly of the whale. Computers have made us all so lonesome and pale. Come to the party with my friend Dan. Pay it forward best you can. Parked at the bar with a blue-eyed lout, being experts on things we know nothing about. I'm into my bookie for 17 grand. Pay it forward best you can. City waking up in a blanket of fog. Man on the exit ramp with a backpack and a dog. All of us are under heavenly command. You pay it forward best you can. I could be replaced in a New York minute. Don't worry for my body, I'm not in it. Just remember, I'm your biggest fan. Pay it forward best you can. Pay it forward best you can. Pay it forward best you can. Throw a Hail Mary right into the stands. And pay it forward best you can. Thank you. My name's Tommy Womack. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Emily, for having me. I got a couple of copies of a book I wrote and a couple of pieces of vinyl and a couple of CDs up there. None of them are by me. No, actually they all are. And I'm just going to leave them there when I split. And I don't have any prices on anything, so you just determine what it's worth to you. Take what you want, pay what you can. I went to Indy in the rain to a club that wasn't never gonna have me again. A bottle of Chianti in the passenger seat, 90 miles an hour down a dead-end street. I was lonely, I was tired. I worked for myself and I still get fired. I came from Cleveland with a gun, 6 strings on it, and I play every one. I love the Lord, or at least I try. Where in the hell will I go when I die? I like the Stones, I like dogs, I like late night drunk dialogues. I went to Indy in the rain to a club that wasn't never gonna have me again. A bottle of Chianti in the passenger's seat, 90 miles an hour down a dead-end street. I turned my foul-ups into rhyme. Life takes up a whole lot of my time. I still like booty on the street I see, but I'm not as horny as I used to be. And thank God for that. It's a pain in the ass, waiting for the pangs of conscience to pass. Now I just drink, except when I don't, and you're either going to get a good show or you won't. The highway's alive with a dangerous man, acting as foolish as I possibly can. I drive on to Indy to play my show, or maybe just play half a show and go and drive on away with wine and weed, thinking a spanking is what I need. I find me a hotel, get off the road, get into bed and feel kind of cold. I didn't get busted, nobody died. I got me tomorrow to show a new side and throw out the bad, keep all the good. Right now, I don't even know if I could. All of my blessings and all of my gifts teetering off the edge of a cliff, drinking and driving all week long, dancing with the devil, looking for songs. I done everything I could to kill myself and take other people with me. By all rights, I should be in prison. The Lord is my shepherd, but Lord, how I want. I went to Indy in the rain to a club that wasn't never gonna have me again. A bottle of Chianti in the passenger seat, 90 miles an hour down a dead-end street. That's it. It's done with me. It's been a nice day. We all went swimming, me and my sweetheart and our boy. It's been a nice day. We had a good time. The sun was shining and life was joy. It was at a friend's house. We got invited. We can't afford a swimming pool ourselves. Our beds are unmade. Our bills are half paid. But we got beans up on the shelf. I'm 43 now, my hair is going. I got a shaky sense of self-esteem. But in that water, that smile on my boy's face, for a moment life was not a bad dream. It's been a nice day. We all went swimming. I love you, Daddy. He said that twice. Nothing got broken. No one got sunburned. I never freaked out. It was nice. I worry often. I live in terror of what life might have in store. I've got this vision working at MAPCO, making change when I'm 64. I'll be an old man, I'll have had a good time. I'll have, God willing, my boy and my girl, and then I'll die and go to God's house singing, take me from this world. It's been a nice day, we all went swimming, me and my sweetheart and our boy. Thank you. Are you having a nice time so far? Let's hear for Kendall Lagore and her band. Quite nice. She looks like the first serious girlfriend I ever had, and I don't mean that in a gross way. It was a long time ago. Sort of the Carrie Fisher look, the eyes and everything. Here's about another girl I grew up with. Vicky Smith lived up the street from me. Vicky Smith lived up the street from me. Vicky Smith was 10 years older than me. I was 6 years old, she was 16. I was 6 years old, she was 16. Vicky Smith was the first pair of hot pants I'd ever seen. Her little brother Lane Allen was somebody I played Hot Wheels with. Her little brother Lane Allen was somebody I played Hot Wheels with. There was hot pants and Hot Wheels up the street with Lane Allen and Vicky Smith. Vicky Smith smoked cigarettes and swore. Vicky Smith smoked cigarettes and swore. All her dates just honked the horn, never came to the door. Their daddy converted the garage into a den. Their daddy converted the garage into a den. In that den, I saw Secretariat win. Vicky Smith married young. Vicky Smith heard that horn honk and off she runs. Got the IVORC and a baby son, praise God. Thank you. How much time I got, Emily?
Got another 9 minutes.
Another 9 minutes? Well, that's perfect then. I have 5 minutes and 15 seconds? Huh? I have 8 minutes. Well, this is an 8-minute song. Perfect. I wrote this at a bar in Franklin, Tennessee, because there was this dude. My first two solo records came out on the same Tuesday that his first two did. I was on a tiny indie label and he was on Ryko disc, so I watched his career go up while mine went nowhere. And then one day I'm walking into work at Vanderbilt, and by the way, if you ever have to have a job, don't go to Vanderbilt. I hate that fucking place. And there was this poster of the fella who I had the simultaneous records with, and he was playing at the Exit Inn on December 31st, and it had a little sticker on the poster that said sold out, and I was like, you son of a bitch. And about a week after I first saw that poster walking into work, I was at that bar in Franklin watching a friend's band play, and I got seized with this song. It grabbed me around the waist and torso and chastised me and choked me and said, write me now. So I asked the bartender if he had any pen and paper, and he gave me his pen, but said he had no papers. So I appealed to him to hit enter on the cash register over and over again so it would spit out the little strip of paper there, right? And I kept writing and kept asking for more and kept asking for more, and he eventually started giving me strips about this long, and I kept filling them up front and back. And this song was written in the time it takes to do it about 3 times on 11 feet 4 inches of cash register ribbon. It's called Alpha Male and the Canine Mystery Blood. Alpha Male and the Canine Mystery Blood came to town with Death Cab for Cutie. I stayed home with my wife and my child and a 6-pack of beer. I pondered that name for 15 minutes after I saw the poster stapled to a phone pole on the corner of Grand and 21st. That was a couple of years ago. I was already in my 40s then, so I didn't go out on a whim just to see a band named Alpha Male and the Canine Mystery Blood. Just because I liked the name, just as if I'm 25 and every day's a stone summer day. My band was always gigging then, REM was still kicking in. I drove that Ford Granada Mom and Dad gave to me after they got 'em a Ford LTD, and there was music on MTV. I smoked my manager's pot, I got laid quite a lot by my standards. Planes hadn't flown into towers yet. We hadn't had a loose cannon president yet. We didn't have all this credit card debt hanging over the house like a cloud, ensuring there's not a lot of drugging allowed. The body can't take it, the wallet can't hang. I'm singing all the songs I've sang for years, and when it's a band gig, it's rocking. And when it's solo, the people talking while I'm singing make me depressed. You think I could take a hint? My time came and went. Yeah, there's many times I came and went in a manner of speaking. My conscience is leaking. The world has changed and the good times are gone. We get to be the poor saps who greet the dawn of this new age of fear, sedition, and sleaze, and politicians with way too many enemies. I bet their name was Menstrual Blood, and the A&R guy said that's no good, you gotta change it to Mystery. Then we can target a broader based goth dog lover market. I love my boy, he's becoming a drummer. He got a drum kit from Santa. At this rate, by summer, he'll be keeping a beat in a world that needs a metronome shoved up its ass so hard all voices will raise in a heavenly choir. Shit'll get straight, me and my brother'll hug. We'll dance like we did in the decade of the good drugs. I'm spitting my jeans in an ocean that's rising, clinging to Jesus with some compromising of how it was handed to me from my mom and my daddy, the preacher, who watched all that TV in a cream recliner, frowning through life like a stone hardliner. You could not phase his ass. He knew Jesus died for his sins and was raised from the dead, and I've always wondered, why can't he stay dead? It doesn't change a single good thing he said. It was all St. Paul's trip, the resurrection. Why can't he just be a nice Jewish guy who was super clued in and showed us the way to salvation from sin? And that doesn't mean if you're not quote unquote saved, you fry like a slice of country ham in your grave. It's a great big world, life is a joke. Arabs and Christians, Pepsi and Coke, and people so gorgeous it causes them pain, and nobody gives any sympathy for something like that. You suffer in silence or form a band with a name that appeals to goth dog lovers everywhere on a poster that's seen by a 43-year-old bastard walking to work at 8:15, 11 an hour for all that he does. You can't be a has-been when you never was. Going all day long without eating till all of my nerve endings are seriously overheating and my legs are getting wobbly, walking down the stairs to smoke another cig in the cold fresh air, wondering why I do the things I do, and I do them every day, and it can't turn out good living this way. But live this life I must, and in some fuzzy God I'll trust. I'll kiss my wife, I'll kiss my son. Maybe someday I'll go for a run. Maybe someday a song will stick. I'll walk around like I got a big boat. Maybe someday my boy'll drum in a hippie jam band that plays out some. He'll take after daddy and get in a van, go to places only young people can, doing things only young people do, banging those skins at Bonnaroo, rocking the dreadheads, dancing in the mud before alpha male and the canine mystery blood. God go with him. Amen. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.